Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Rooster Teeth.
Tranny Sailor Moon.
Bernie Burns.
Presidential sluts.
Jeff Ramsey.
Dick Fart Vagina Butt. Gussarola.
A lot of fun.
Joel Heyman.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey.
Welcome to the podcast.
This is probably the first time that the podcast song had everyone actually introed correctly.
Yeah, that's true.
And
First
now
in
this
113 times.
This is the 114th time now, right?
Yeah.
Now, once we pulled Joel in here, did you go and get a new theme song?
No, I had the theme song, and
So
then
that was just a happy coincidence.
I totally planned it.
Did
Got
you?
everything prepped.
I made sure we were ready, and then got everyone in here.
That's not true, because you were running around about 5 minutes ago saying who's going to be the fourth person.
I-
Not
that
that
was-
you
that
weren't
was-
our first
that was
choice.
just- that was just a
I was
head
pulling the strings, letting people think that they were in contention.
He
They
knew
weren't.
what was going
Oh,
on.
really?
Yeah.
You're like the puppet
The
master.
puppet master
You
over
might,
here.
have made the wrong choice.
You made it seem like-
I have nothing interesting to say.
What are you drinking today, Joel?
I'm drinking coffee.
You want some beer in there?
It's gross.
Hey, are you guys gonna introduce me, or am I just gonna chill here for an hour?
Well, are you rolling audio?
I am rolling audio.
Okay, that's very
we
important
lost
here.
about 45 seconds.
The best 45 seconds of podcast ever.
Yeah, over there we have Brandon Farmahini wearing apparently one of Jack Patillo's shirts. What's up with that shirt?
No.
Like
This was Gus's shirt from the zombie shoot.
Isn't the zombie immersion?
Yeah.
That
So-
Can I ask you a question? Why did you think Gus needed a 2X shirt? That thing is giant.
How big is that shirt?
How are we gonna do this?
Look at
I
the
can't
size
see
you
this.
mean? Yeah, I don't know. It'd be tough.
I don't know.
This is an XL.
Wait, so you pulled.
I think that's what Gus is listed at on our official measurement sheet.
Are you an XL, Gus?
I am.
Really?
Just,
What's up?
Just in the
Hey,
stomach
what's up,
section.
Jeff? What's up, Jeff? What was
Hey,
that?
what's up? How's it going? Good to
Yeah,
see
but you're not an XL.
I know, but I was just looking for.
Do you not have your own clothes?
I was actually wearing my
Are you gonna
freshman high school shirt today.
Are you gonna wear the
My-
fighting girl's outfit next? Are you just going through the immersion wardrobe looking for stuff you can throw on?
I saw him putting the Ivy wig on earlier.
Better than the Ivy costume, which I'm wearing underneath this. I had my freshman shirt from high school that I got in the year 2000 on, and I forgot we were doing the podcast, and I was like, I'm not gonna wear that.
You should buy some new clothes.
I
maybe.
should.
You should. So do we still own the domain presidentialsluts.com?
I think we let it go.
I think we did too.
I think we did.
I think we let all the donut cam kisses and presidential sluts and all those go. Probably.
That was from one PSA that we made.
Yeah.
We mentioned like 3 or 4 URLs in the PSA, and then we had to go out and register and hold those domains forever, just because we'd mentioned them in a video.
We always talked about doing something with them, and instead we didn't.
Wasn't there
Instead,
someone?
we just wasted money.
No, we had some on Donut Cam Kisses for a while, but nobody ever saw it or
That's,
cared.
that's true. We did.
Yeah.
We had that.
the
pic-
cam horror picture of
yeah.
donut.
It was Donut's cam horse site, yeah.
Didn't someone always go and register any kind of domains that were ever mentioned in a short or in Red versus Blue?
We generally have a policy of that. If we mention a domain name, and before we put out the video, we go out and we register it, or we make sure that there's nothing else up there.
That's why we still have CaptainIncredible.com. I think.
That's true, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the different variations of Captain Dynamic.
At one time, how many domains? have we
Oh,
had?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
30,
A lot.
40?
I have had upwards of 20 at a time.
Wow.
Just parking, that kind of stuff.
I think we just let gay Dumbledore kills
Straight
Straight
snake.
straightsnave.com.
What was that from?
That was
Oh,
from
that was the
spoiler alert.
yeah.
spoiler alert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we come up with a lot of stupid domain names.
That's true.
So in other words, if we say any domain names now, then we'll have to go buy them.
Yeah.
Or
I feel compelled to re-register some of these.
get some. This is an expensive podcast.
So what'd you do this weekend, Jeff?
Oh,
I hear there was
gosh.
like a SWAT standoff by your house or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that was. We were walking back from breakfast at Starseeds, and the cops closed the road down on us. Like the guy just zoomed by me, turned around, and he'd closed that side of the road down, and then on 32nd Street, and then we walked a little bit more, and another cop pulled out and closed it around in front of us. We had to like walk around the cones, and then
So it was a very effective roadblock. then.
yeah, it didn't stop us
They-
for shit.
the dragnet.
lot of
If the
those
dragnet
roadblocks
was for
are-
us, we sidestepped it pretty expertly. And then we walked
We
another
walked
block.
around the cone.
And there were like 20 cops all standing in the street with like 5 cop cars, all blocking off other. I saw probably like
Were they?
at least 6 intersections blocked off.
We live in a great part of town.
Yeah, apparently. No idea what was going on.
And they weren't like aimed at a house or anything.
They,
were
I don't
just
know.
Standing in the middle
It
of the
might have
street?
been like cop tailgate Sunday. I don't know, but they didn't seem terribly worried. You know, they didn't say like, "Hey, take your 5-year-old daughter and hide behind a tree because there's about to be a shootout or anything." So, who knows? I figured it was like a gas leak or something.
A gas leak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be that concerned about safety, because I remember the last time we had all the kids over at your house, and we were all in the front yard, and the fire trucks came blazing down the street, and they go to a house. They stop at a house about like 10 houses away from his. And we're like, hey, kids, fire truck. Maybe there'll be a fire. Let's go see what the firemen are going to do, you know? So we all kind of start walking down the road, and we all go stand a little ways away from the fire truck, a respectable distance. The firemen didn't shoo us away or anything like that. Do you know what they were there to do? They were there to remove 10,000 bees from a house.
Africanized bees.
Yeah, and we're just standing out there in the road with our kids.
They were shooting them with a hose, like 10,000 Africanized
Wow.
bees.
You think
Yeah.
there'd be a better process than just shoot it with a hose?
I guess not.
You think
Yeah,
think
right.
outside the box.
The weird thing was it was just a garden hose. It was connected to the guy's house.
They didn't want to waste their fire water.
Call firemen. They're just going to shoot water.
Really, what could you do to make bees more angry than just hitting them with a hose? I mean, it's like if the fireman had grabbed each individual bee and like slap, slap,
And
slap.
also,
You're gonna
like,
insult the queen.
and also just ineffective. Like that's not going to stop them. I mean, you better like shoot gasoline at them and light them on fire. At least that would like maybe kill them. Water's not going to kill them. It's just going to upset them.
I have a mental image of like firemen with a hose shooting gas in like a flamethrower now, and just like giant plumes of flame and smoke coming out of it.
This is awesome.
Not once did the firemen even like look up or
Yeah.
think like, man, we should clear these kids out of here since we're pissing off the bees.
So anyway, Gus and I live in an exciting neighborhood, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Not that we're not. I don't want to come off that we're not pro firemen. We are.
Yeah.
In fact, this week we're extremely pro cop because you hear what happened with Jack this weekend.
No, what
No.
happened?
Jack, who's
Oh,
been
yeah.
Mr. fucking asshole, socialist, hippie, anti-cop, it seems like on the podcast, the cops saved his ass. His girlfriend was driving home at like midnight and completely blew out her tire on the freeway, and then called Jack and said, "I'm having a problem." And you know, Jack, that phone call's like, "Okay, I'll come help." And then he finally gets up and goes to help, and two cops had showed up and they completely changed her tire before he even got there.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like,
So she has two new boyfriends.
yes, two new boyfriends.
Then they bought her breakfast. It was awesome.
Then the fireman came and hit her with a hose. It was the best night ever.
It was like a Whitesnake video all over again.
So that was pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, we were complaining last week about how there needs to be some distinction between traffic police and crime police.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, here they are helping you out when you have a situation.
That's true.
They do have, I think here in Austin, they do have like a group that takes care of car problems on the interstate. I know I always see the phone number on billboards, and I've seen that truck. It's like, they call it the hero truck.
Is a city
Yeah.
paid for it?
And I guess if you have a car problem, it comes out and helps you, like if you have a flat tire or whatever.
God, that's crazy.
My wife's new car doesn't have a spare. It
Really?
has an inflation kit,
Yeah.
which is just basically like a pressurized canister
Uh-huh.
with a pressure gauge on it, and it fills her tire back up and fills it back up on the inside with some kind of goo.
Oh, is it like the fix-a-flat stuff?
Yeah, but it's like some now acceptable version that can now replace a spare.
Yeah, this is becoming like more and more popular for sure. I guess
There's
it
no
just takes
spare.
up less room than a whole spare. So,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Somebody knock on the door. Hey, come on in.
It's an exciting
Hi.
guess.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Jeff, you have an interview right now?
Oh, great. You want to replace me for a few minutes?
Yeah, for a little while. I can do it for a little while.
This is like tag team.
You have to tag.
Ramsey's tagging out. I didn't get to talk about the fun thing that I want to talk about with you. Did he explain the situation?
The situation?
The situation?
We'll talk about
No, not that situation.
I don't know what situation you're talking about.
So Jeff tells me today when he comes in, he tells me that he's mad at me because he woke up mad at me because he had a dream about me in which he was mad in the dream at me. And now he's mad at me during the day.
That happens to me a lot. Were you sleeping with somebody else too?
That's what I said. I said, Jeff, did I cheat on you or something like that? Does he get mad at you or you get mad
yeah.
at him?
Well, both. Like if I have a dream, we'll get mad at each other sometimes. Like I'll have a dream that he cheats on me, or he'll have a dream that I cheat on him, or it's usually cheating. I mean, sometimes it's other things.
I'll never understand that. Like sometimes my wife will say that to me. She'll wake up, she'll be like, "I'm mad at you because of something you did in my dream." Like I didn't do that.
No, I know. Cause
Yeah, but this stuff
Unless
doesn't
they're
come from nowhere.
unless
Doesn't
they're
come
picking
from...
up on cues in real life
Exactly.
and then like suppressing them and then putting them there in their subconscious and then
it's because they're crazy.
Griffin, I have a question though.
Yeah.
If you do cheat on him in your dream, like if you have like a sex dream about someone else, do you then kind of feel guilty?
Yeah, because sometimes or I'll have a dream about somebody and then I can't act normal around them for like a couple of days.
Is that why you're so weird with me?
Around you,
last
I
week?
can't make eye contact with you.
Yeah.
I can feel the
That was a
tension.
nervous laugh. Wow.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So how did you turn this around then? Because you're saying that she had a dream about somebody.
If she had a dream, I mean,
Oh no, I had that
if
dream.
if someone's bothered, if your significant other is bothered that you cheated on them in their dream, they're not as bothered as if you really did it in real life. It's
No.
just like someone.
Of course not.
No.
It's like if you murder someone in your dream, the court doesn't prosecute you when you wake up.
No. Listen while I'm.
Don't say hold on. You finished your thought.
I didn't finish. That
You
was
did.
the first part. No,
You
no.
finished that.
So I'm saying it's not. They're only kind of
do you-
bothered. But if you do actually have sex with someone else in your dream,
Do you
you
edit?
kind of feel somewhat responsible.
Do you edit for
so
sound?
what
like
you're
in other words, do you have to go through and fix the levels when people shout?
Especially when the guy on the board is the one yelling.
Yeah, he's like yelling. I see him
Now-
not touching the dial.
Now he puts his hand up there, like, "Oh, I got this, guys. I'm under control."
So, but what you're saying is, not only do you like get mad at somebody if they cheat on you or whatever in their dream, in your dream, but in your dream, if you cheat on them, that you feel guilty. Like
You're like, oh, maybe I deserve that.
You guys are who's having sex? That's what I'm confused by. The thing we're talking about is Jeff has a dream about Griffin. Griffin didn't even have the dream.
What if she doesn't? She's saying she's had one before, right?
yeah, well, I mean, haven't we all? Am I the only one here?
I'm just
that...
saying, like, he's upset that you cheated on
No,
him.
but like when he has a dream that I'm cheating, like I'm not having, like we haven't been able to time it to where I'm actually having that sex dream at the same time that he's having the dream that
It's
I'm.
just on the cue, though.
So who were you having sex with in the dream?
I'm not talking to you about that.
It's just a dream. It's not real.
Do you want to talk to Gus about it? So if you had the sex dream on the same day that Jeff had the cheating dream, that could be like the perfect storm.
I think
that
you have
might be.
I think you have an excuse because at the end of day Friday, I came into the studio and it was like being hit in the face with like a chemical storm.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like you were doing all the painting, and I felt like had I lit a match in there, the whole building would have exploded.
Well, and then we spent the next.
So
Yeah, and then the next day, Bernie and I came in and we did like 10 hours of spray painting in like
Yeah.
a small, plasticky kind of space. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel a little bit loopy.
you should wear a mask or something. That's not healthy.
We had masks, but they were those paper masks that are just like for dust.
It's really just for psychological reasons. Really.
Yeah.
It's like I'm wearing a mask.
well,
This is-
there's all different levels, right?
I guess.
I literally had
When you wear the
safety
mask-
glasses on and a mask.
Uh-huh.
Every other part of my face was silver. Like I looked like I had silver here, I had silver here.
Seriously?
Yeah,
What-
because we're spraying silver up over our heads is what we were doing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awful. Yeah, it took me like 2 days to get all that paint off.
And you did that with spray paint.
Covered with fiberglass insulation too. That was
Yeah,
not fun.
Have you ever
That's terrible.
seen people who huff spray paint?
Yeah.
I guess they spray it into a bag and then sniff it. So then, like all around, they get like that Homer Simpson effect, where all around their nose and mouth is just silver or gold.
Is it metallic? Is metallic the trick?
Yeah, it's normally metallic.
This
I guess that's what's big with them, but it
That's-
seems like it's always silver or gold.
That's something. You
That's exactly the
don't wanna
picture.
do. You don't
This
wanna
is
do.
such great. This is a great thing. He'll put this up on the link dump, but that is the best thing about that is that guy's huffing gold spray paint and he's wearing a Golden State Warriors shirt. So it was the opposite of that, whereas he has this mask right here of paint.
Right.
That's where I didn't have.
That's
paint.
what you want to avoid. If you're a sane person, you want to avoid that getting in your respiratory system.
Joel, I was thinking about your story when I was driving home because I'm covered in spray paint. I'm thinking I'm gonna get pulled over by a cop for no turn signal. Then he's gonna come to the car and see me covered in spray paint,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be this guy in a mugshot the next day on the smoking gun.
It's funny because there's been a couple of times now where I've driven home from a short and I'm covered in blood. And this like seems to be a reoccurring theme. And we did the other one in the bathroom where I was just covered in blood. I had so much blood on my shirt that it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna take my shirt off. And all I have in my car is this hoodie, so I'm gonna put this hoodie on. So and then sure enough, there's a police roadblock coming out of downtown. It's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go around.
Did
the
you also put your
roadblock.
ski mask on?
I was thinking about it, right?
Added
But
coverage.
it was like this keeps happening over and over again. So
I kind of wondered about that too, because you came out we went somewhere after that shoot, like the last one we did with a lot of blood, and you had blood all over your hands.
I
And
did.
We
We
went
were-
to dinner and like you
Yeah.
were just blood covered, and like nobody asked it. Like the waiter didn't seem weird about it. Nobody seemed weird about it.
Nope.
You could just walk around with blood all over you and no one would do anything.
But you know, I feel better with the blood all over me than like the makeup. Like if I have makeup, I'm
What?
like, oh god, if someone discovers I'm wearing makeup, that's gonna be really awkward.
Oh,
and
really?
Weird. Yeah, I'd rather have blood because blood's like at least that's like masculine.
It's macho.
I'd rather be like, oh well, at least he's a killer, but he's a masculine killer. Whereas like if you've got makeup, it's like that's I don't want that,
Man, you are a complex dude.
I'm like, you gotta think these things through.
You
It's
can
like,
explain
gotta
it
have a
away.
lot of-
He might work like in a slaughterhouse or something like that.
I guess.
But it's not mainly if he works like the Maybelline factory. It was like
I think
some kind of
I'd
accident.
rather be confused for an axe murderer than whatever comes with wearing makeup.
Okay.
Whatever.
And you've acted for a long time. Your whole career
Yeah.
you've acted.
Yeah.
So, and you're still not used to that, huh?
No. Well,
I
normally
mean,
I,
I'm the same
wash
way.
it off. Or whatever.
I'm the same
Here,
way.
it's like
I feel
just-
like whenever I have makeup on, like when we shoot a short, that no one can ever tell. Like when other people see me.
Gus is so fucking proud of his good skin. He's
No,
so
I'm
proud of
I'm
it.
not showing
Yes,
off.
he is.
I'm complimenting
Yes, you are.
Complimenting me.
Griffin's excellent makeup skills.
What was the TV show that you and I were on? Was it Attack of the Show?
No, it was that Martin Sargent show, wasn't it?
Unscrewed.
We-
Unscrewed.
Yeah,
It's
it
one
was.
of the G4 shows.
It was Joel and I think.
Yeah. It's funny that we have I was with you. Our memories are so messed up at this point. We don't even remember which one of us was on the show. But
Anyway, we're in the makeup room, and they're doing makeup on all of us for TV. And the makeup artist said to Gus, she literally went like this. She goes to take her brush and her sponge, and she goes, "I can't do anything. You're perfect."
Yeah, no, she damned me once. She goes, oh, "Okay, that's it.
Do you
You're
think
perfect."
maybe she was just like, I don't want to touch this guy? Like,
Yes.
Holy shit, that may be very possible.
She got one of those yellow sponges with the green stuff on the back. That's what she put on your makeup with. And Gus talked about that for years. It would come up every now and then.
I'm not the
It
one
still
talking-
comes
you're the
up.
one
No,
talking
it still
about
comes
it.
up.
How
You're the
perfect
one
he
that's
was.
jealous.
I
talking
had
about
to.
it.
I think I've had to coerce you into finally putting on makeup for me because you had that experience. Like you resisted for a
No,
while.
no, I'm older now. I know I need it.
Yeah.
I got like this red splotch over here, and I'm fucked up.
By the way, we're talking about for
I-
on-camera stuff here. We're not just talking about around the office. Like,
Oh.
we
Yeah,
don't
well,
doll
it's important that
ourselves
we all
up.
look good for each other during our daily.
Exactly.
It's professional. You know, back in the Mad Men era, they wore suits, and now we wear makeup
I put on makeup before I go to bed so I have good dreams. And Jeff can wake up mad at me.
and a dirty, dirty pillow.
I think that how long before men just wear makeup as
It's-
mainstream? Like
it's got to
when-
be.
Uh,
It's got to be coming
It has
because
to
it's
be.
like
Yeah,
they
I think
gotta,
we'll
they gotta
stop
make
using
that
the
money.
word men at that point. But yeah,
Or we'll
pretty
stop
soon.
using. It'll be
They've
called
already-
something else. It'll be called something else, like some masculine term for makeup.
Well,
No,
when-
they've already started the slow march because it's like there's loofahs now and there's like men gel cream and
Well,
just
when men were
There
Loofah's
were
a
always
new thing.
there was always loofahs.
for women. Loofahs are not for dudes.
Oh, now they make unisex
I would-
loofahs
I'd rather
that don't like have that magnetic charge where you can't like scrub
I'd
it
rather
up.
use like a rock or something. Than like I'd rather use
like pumice.
Well, when
Yeah,
men
it's
when women were
like
wearing wigs,
lava.
didn't they also wear makeup?
who what?
When like aristocrats are
Oh,
were
yeah.
wearing
Yeah, yeah.
wigs, they
well,
also
and, like
wore makeup.
Egyptians and like I think
No,
probably
no, like George Washington. like,
well, but I'm thinking throughout history, there's probably men probably wore makeup more longer than they didn't. I don't know where I'm getting these, like, but I'm sure that's true. There has to be.
It has to be. You said it.
through,
We'll
all, through
modify,
all of time, through all of all of human evolution.
we'll modify Wikipedia to make that statement true now.
Okay,
after the podcast. Okay. On that note, we should probably take a quick break. So check out this Drunk Tank animated adventure, and we'll be right back.
I remember talking to a guy on set once. He was a stunt driver, and he's crashed a lot of cars. And one of the first crashes he did, the airbags went off, and apparently, like, you get a lot of heat from airbags. It burnt his hands. He was like, oh, it burnt all my arms. And then he looked down, he's like, did I piss myself? And it turned out that the headlight fluid container made it into the car onto his lap.
The headlight fluid container, really? That's amazing. I can't believe it went all the way from the headlight fluid container went from all the way into the hood into his lap.
Headlight fluid?
What are you talking about?
There's no such thing.
Do you really think there's headlight fluid?
Oh, the lights are dim. Better put some more fluid in there.
Gonna top off the headlights? I mean, the wiper juice. What was that stuff called?
Wiper juice.
This is the dumbest moment in the history of our company. But you know what I mean, right? Yeah.
It's metric headlight fluid? Is that what you mean?
It's a good job I'm going home. I'm gonna get a flight today.
All right, welcome back. Now
Welcome
we're back,
back.
Joel. We're back.
I'm not ready.
So, makeup on men. By now, I'm sure the Wikipedia page has been clarified so that
So that it's true.
whatever you said
I'll do
is
it right
true.
here.
You do it on the fly. Thank you, by the way, for your beautiful drawing on the board today.
Thanks.
Griffin was asking for suggestions on what she should draw, and I said it's ladies' choice. So she drew a bald Osama bin Laden lifting
No,
weights.
it's a strong man. It's not Osama bin Laden.
Oh, okay.
I wrote a journal about a strong man just the other day. Because
Really?
we ran into this problem when we were shooting the cop short. I have a weird problem where... Is Carrie mic'd? Can we talk to Carrie at all?
No, Carrie does not have a mic.
Carrie,
Okay.
just shout, Carrie.
So
Shout.
Carrie runs all of our audio and for all the shorts. And we've had a problem for months and months where they keep having to change out my lavaliers. Like they tape them here, they tape them to the inside of my shirt, they clip them here.
couldn't unravel the mystery.
We couldn't figure out why
Couldn't
it was
unravel
like
the mystery.
rattling and rustling my mic, and this has been going on forever and ever. And finally, I was like, he switched out my mic for like the fifth time that day, and I was like, you know what, we got to figure out what this problem is. Whatever. We determined that it was my chest hair causing the rustling problem, so now I have to shave my chest.
So you're the only Rooster Teeth employee with chest hair.
So you're-
Apparently so.
Have you started shaving your chest hair?
Maybe get the laser. The
I
laser
use
technique.
Hey, do you want to know all this?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I use a clipper and I cut down
Just
to like a.
like a square.
No, no.
So you cut it down to
Square
like
just
a
for putting it right
scratchy
there?
amount instead of just doing the clean shave?
Well,
What's
it's,
that?
it's the length of the hair that.
No, but you have to think about anyone who might encounter that part of your body. Don't you want to? Wouldn't it be
nobody.
better to be clean than scruffy?
Yeah, I don't know. My wife didn't like that I was shaving it at all. I hope you're talking about my wife and not Jeff in a dream or something like that.
You know, when Jeff started shaving his chest, and he
Really?
told me, and everyone who asked or didn't ask, that it made it look like he had a six-pack whenever he shaved.
He's shaving his chest gave him a
Chest,
six
stomach,
pack.
everything.
Just like
Jeff steps
You do
out
it
for
like
an
a
interview and it's
stencil.
just like right under the bus, like wham.
I've only got like 3 chest hairs, so I would never shave them. It's like I've got to support them, put like fertilizer, help them grow.
That's so strange to me. That's so strange. Because you're like a werewolf from the neck up.
Chris showed me his one chest hair that he just grew. Do you still have it? Yeah.
We're all very proud of you, Chris.
what are you guys doing? Showing off?
I don't.
What's
No, here's the thing. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the part of the building that I'm in, every guy in the office comes over there to change.
Yeah.
Like they all just come over and take the clothes off.
But you're giving us the hints with all like the beefcake photos around your
Yeah,
desk.
beefcake photos. That's what I'm hinting at.
Whatever you can get in this office, you should be happy with.
It's all a relative scale. You know? It's just take what you can get.
I normally just change in my office. Who goes out there? Everyone else goes out there to change?
They walk over to like 5 feet from me, and they take their clothes off and then put on a costume.
It's like
And then they leave a pile of clothes. I think it's because they think that I'm going to do something with that pile of clothes.
It's like you work at Chippendales. Like you're so lucky. Chippendales or La Bear or someplace.
Yeah, I should put some music on next time. Can you dance?
You should have something ready to go, like a shortcut. Like some kind of burlesque music.
You just put a camera up. Just wait.
We have the security camera out there.
See,
That's true.
Gus
This
has a good
is
point,
like-
though. You hang up your beefcake photos. It's like you
No,
created this
It's
hostile
a challenge.
work
now.
environment,
It's
and
like-
now people
like-
feel everyone's
It's
gonna
not-
We know that's where naked men go around Griffin's desk.
exactly
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
You set the example.
We just need to invite more men over.
You're talking about. Look at this. You got your choice of wonderful specimens here.
Guys are simple though. When you put up like little symbols like that we just go towards them. Like that's how we know which restroom we go into because there's a little man. We just go for that. It's
That's
like
right.
This
we
is
go
where
in
the
your
naked
area.
guys go.
This is where
It's
naked
indicator.
people are.
Mhm.
All right,
Yep.
let's go.
It's just indicators. That's all it is.
You were upset when we did we talk about this on the podcast? We had a weird HR discussion where you were a little upset about us hiring a new female receptionist because now you have to close your door when you take your clothes off.
Yeah, it's really
Don't you think
really
that
weird.
the men would have appreciated that door closed too?
Why are you taking your clothes off?
I would have
Whenever we
appreciated
change
that.
for shorts,
Oh, all right.
I take my clothes off a lot. I've realized.
Yeah.
And then he immediately takes his clothes off as soon as he gets in a short. So what's the point of
Yeah.
the costume change?
We should
Yeah,
just
right.
get you a
Just
robe
cut out the middleman.
just to make it easier on you.
Why even bother with the robe?
Yeah.
Your office uniform.
It's very important that you're appropriately costumed for the first 30 seconds you're on screen.
Hey, that's not me. Talk to those guys running the camera.
What is that, guys? Why do you put him in the shorts so much, naked?
I don't know. It's just kind of like the go-to. You know, it's just people like it
It's
too.
like, Gus can't act. Just what's the one thing he can do? Take his clothes off.
People complain about it, but they like it.
Well, in
It's
the
pretty
one with
obvious.
Carrie, people were complaining about that one.
There was really not that bad. I think Frag Gus was probably worse.
I showed my father-in-law that one the other day.
How'd that go?
He
Did you really?
Yeah,
Weren't
he
you
was not
instructed
amused.
I
never
did
to
not
do
think
it?
you were ever going to show your
I was told
in-laws
not
that.
to either. Then my wife was like, "Show it to him." I was like, "You told me not to." She's like, "Yeah, it's fine." It was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake. I think he secretly thinks that I'm gay and my wife's in a sham marriage now.
Really?
Yeah, because then she followed that up. She's like, no, show him another one. And then she showed him the one with the cutout
Really?
where it's like, and then I get naked in that one too at the end.
Yeah, and you're just to set the stage here. Your father-in-law is a very traditional Korean man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is he first generation?
Yeah, he came over.
So he's
from Korea.
What is that? Is that so? He's first generation would then be his kids, right?
Right.
So
He's zero. He's generation zero.
He's
just Korean.
Immigrant zero.
But yeah, he was not amused. So we realize now that was a huge mistake.
Do you think you could pick up everything in your life and move to a different country?
Yes.
You could.
It would be harder now.
Let me
Just
go a
because
step
there's-
further. Do you think you could pick up everything in your life and move to an Asian country? Because those are very different cultures. Like he came from Korea to America.
Yeah, I guess a country where you don't speak the language and
Well,
it's a very different cultural background.
It's one thing to move to France where you don't speak the language. It's another thing to move to Korea. Like, could you move to Korea?
Oh,
Hey,
you
what's
got,
up?
you
Hey,
got-
welcome back. Your wife's moving to Korea. Just so you know.
Cool. Well, it was good knowing you.
All right. Well,
all right.
I'm gonna not answer that question.
See ya.
Could you do that, Gus? I mean, you're,
That'd be interesting. I mean, I've thought about moving to New Zealand, but I feel like that's an easy move. It's an English-speaking country.
I totally agree.
Very
you
similar.
went to Japan, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I could move to Japan.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Gus just did that. Like when Red vs. Blues first started hitting big, Gus started taking Japanese and then went to Japan.
No, I went to Japan before I took Japanese lessons.
You went,
Well, you
not
did it
true.
wrong then.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
totally
You
true.
went
That is
out
not
of
true.
order.
Yeah.
Normally, you'd want to like.
He took Japanese lessons before he went
No.
to Japan.
I signed up for the lessons when I came back.
That's not true.
I don't remember.
You took the Japanese lessons in preparation to go to Japan.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Say,
And you wear the hat?
say
I'm just
something.
making that
What?
part up. I don't know. I'm thinking how your
say
life
say
works.
something in Japanese.
What? Oh, like Hajime Mashite, Gasu desu, dozo yoroshiku.
What does that mean?
It's like, nice to meet you for the first time. My name is Gus. Look upon me favorably.
Really?
Yeah.
Look upon me favorably?
Yeah.
How come we don't say that in American?
I don't know, we're crass.
Jeff, look upon me favorably.
I'm not gonna do that.
Wait, you know, we were talking about you have a dream about me. Now you wake
I'm
up
still mad.
at
I'm
me?
mad at you.
What are you mad at me about?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
What,
like
what was
this.
in the dream?
I don't know.
You don't know.
That's
How do
the
you know you're
problem.
mad if you don't know what was in the dream?
Listen, I had a dream that involved Bernie and I. I realize this is ridiculous, by the way.
This reminds me. What if Martin
My
Luther
wife-
King had started off this way? I had a dream. Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed at
I'm mad at
everybody.
you
My,
guys.
my wife does this shit all the time where I'll like wake up and she's like hitting me, being like, "How dare you cheat on me?" And I'm like, "Whoa, hey!" And she's like, "I'm like, what are you talking about? Who have you talked to?" And she's like, "I had a dream." I'm like, "Oh, okay, you're just insane." But no, I did it this morning.
Just
I
insane.
woke up this morning and I remember having a bad dream where you and I were arguing about something,
Yeah.
and you really pissed me off in the dream. And you know, if you don't like latch onto it immediately, you just forget the dream. So I forgot the dream,
Yeah.
but then my anger lingers.
So you're mad at me now, like sitting here now and be like
I
you're
just
a fucking guy.
I don't know. I'm unsettled.
All right, fuck you.
All
How about
right.
that? How you like that?
This is
You're gonna drink to douse the anger. That always helps.
Just press it down. Just
I
press
realize
it.
it's irrational.
But you're
what are you
still
gonna do?
you're still following through with
Not
it.
strong emotion. I can work with this.
Yeah.
Jeff and I have a lunch date now.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna go to Double Dave's, where they have the world's greatest Coke machine ever.
And supposedly a hot chick.
It's a pizza place. I was just going to talk about because I don't want to make you mad. But I was going to talk about the Coke machine. But yeah, but they have a hot chick who works behind the counter too.
Oh, really?
But they have this Coke machine where it's like a touch screen, and then you can select whatever you want. Like you can select Sprite, and then a secondary menu comes up, and it says, "Do you want vanilla Sprite?"
This is one of these machines, yeah, and it like sends back all the data back to Coca-Cola Central or whatever, and like records everything. This is these
Wow.
newfangled Coke machines.
You're
like
crazy.
they do that.
Conspiracy.
They marketing and
Joel had a dream. He woke up. He was mad at Coca-Cola Incorporated today. He's like, "Those bastards."
What's Coca-Cola stock ticker? The stock symbol.
KO.
Really?
KO or
KO.
CO?
KO.
KO, huh?
That machine is intimidating the first time you look at it.
Nah.
No.
Just because the sheer number of options, and then you very quickly just resort to what you know. I don't think I've ever gotten anything other than just plain Coke out of one of those machines. What do you get?
I get everything.
You can get Cherry Coke Zero.
I got orange vanilla Coke Zero.
You know what's funny?
I
It's like
that.
they-
Yeah.
Dreamsicle Coke Zero? Fuck yeah.
That sounds awesome, dude.
It does, doesn't
What
it?
do you get?
it's like,
I usually get just like Cherry Coke Zero.
What do you get, Joel?
I'll get whatever. I don't know.
You just mix it all together.
It's just,
like
I
your
just
coffee
mix it
cup?
all together. It's weird because they've got like grape and vanilla and cherry and all that stuff, but really all that is there's no grape. It's just a different flavored type of sugar. And then like there's cherry, and there's no cherry involved in that process whatsoever. It's
purple
just
or red.
another different kind of sugar.
Did we ever release that immersion, the artificial flavoring one that we did? I just touched
think
your
it
arm.
was,
I think we did it
sponsor
for
only.
sponsors.
Yeah.
I just touched your arm in like
I know, it was
like
kinda
a
creepy.
really tender way.
And it was right on the, it was right on the funny bone, and I feel kind of funny now. My pants are a little tight.
He's mad at me, and you're feeling interesting feelings.
It balances
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
It's
Sure.
all even.
I'm getting over it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
You're drinking through it.
Anybody
drinking
go
through
see
the hurt.
Anybody go see Thor this weekend?
No, but it's getting great reviews.
I saw it. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, you saw it? What'd you think?
Well, it's funny. I went into the movie with zero expectations, so I thought it was going to be a terrible movie, and it wasn't a terrible movie. So I thought it was pretty good.
Man, what does it say about movies now where you can make a trailer that's everyone recognizes as bad, but people still go see the movie?
Phenomenally bad.
It'd be like if you made a commercial for a restaurant and everything was terrible, and then you'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go eat there and see what's on." You know, it's like, why is that? People just go
Well,
see
it's
movies.
funny because you know that like part of it. Oh, is this a setup for Avengers or whatever? Is this? I mean, it's a smaller part of a greater story, maybe. So it's like, well,
You
want to
think-
go in there and see.
You think everybody knows that?
I
think
know.
he's saying that was what his motivation was, though, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Kenneth Branagh direct that?
Yes, he did.
I just
Thor?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I just
directed
realized he
Kenneth
did like
Branagh
an
directed.
interview on Jimmy Fallon or something the other day, and I saw him, and he was talking about directing that movie, and I was like, that seems like a really weird
Yeah,
choice.
it's totally
No
weird.
shit.
Kenneth Branagh on Jimmy Fallon seems weird to me.
Yeah, no
even
kidding.
weirder than the Thor thing. Like I could see Kenneth Branagh directing.
He might have
Thor.
been on Jimmy Kimmel. I
I mean,
don't
what
know. One of those late night talk
what
shows,
else
yeah.
has he directed lately? Do you know?
I don't know. Shakespeare hasn't written anything new in about 500 years.
I know, right?
so-
He did that.
Take it easy.
He did that.
Throwing
Like,
bars.
he did that deal where he played Hamlet and directed it or whatever. Which that wasn't.
That was like 10 years ago,
Was it?
though, right?
What
Yeah,
was
it
the
was a
other
long
one?
time ago.
What was the big? Was it Henry VIII? What was the big one they did?
Yeah,
Richard
I think it was
V?
Henry VIII.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Philip DeFranco. Hold on one second.
Fascinating.
Let's look this up.
What did you do this weekend, Gus?
I didn't do much. My wife's birthday was this weekend.
Did
so-
you guys eat anywhere cool?
No, we ordered food in.
Oh, where'd you get food from?
Arpeggio Grill. Have you ever eaten there?
Mm-mm.
It's a Mediterranean place out in Airport.
You know who eats there? John Mike eats there all
Really?
the time.
It's pretty
yeah.
good. I'd really recommend it.
Man,
What the fuck y'all talking about?
I can't
Food.
speak anymore.
So did you if
hell
you
happened to me?
ordered food in? Let me ask you this: Did you leave your house at all this weekend?
Well, yeah, because I had to go get the food.
Oh,
Well,
so it's
most
not
people order
delivery,
in and
it's
get
pickup.
delivered. Never heard that
Yeah,
before.
they don't-
I'm about
they
to
don't-
blow
they-
your mind.
They don't deliver. I had to go drive and get it.
Well, dude,
I
I
went to
have,
IMDb and Kenneth Branagh's on the front page.
I have to tell you, I have a new favorite place in Austin.
What's that?
I've been eating there twice now. The second East Side King, which is a totally different restaurant than the first East
There's
Side
a
King.
second one?
Yeah, it's at Grackle on
Oh,
East 6th.
yeah, I knew that.
It is tremendous. I tweeted a picture of my
Yeah, I saw
Asian
it.
spare rib this
Was
weekend.
good?
Oh, dude, it's unbelievable.
I should go check
It's
that out.
really, really good. You should check
If
it out.
if I ever leave my house, I'll be sure to put that on the list.
You
of
don't even have
places
to go in the bar because it's not outside the bar.
Oh, that's even better.
So you can just get it and take off.
There's another restaurant near our house, like off of 38th, east of Airport. It's called Contigo. It just opened this past weekend. It's where 38th is called Anchor Lane. We're between Airport and Manor.
Okay.
It's like out over there.
Between Airport and Manor. Okay. Is
But
it a
there's
restaurant or a trailer?
It's a restaurant. I heard it's supposed to be pretty good.
Really?
The menu looked good.
What kind of food is it?
It's kind of like fusiony stuff.
Oh.
Well, like country fusiony almost, like rabbit and
I'm convinced
stuff
if
like
you're
that.
going to try and
Contigo.
open a restaurant or start a chain, Austin is the city to do it in.
Let's
I'm
eat there.
convinced. Like, it always seems like every restaurant that you can think of, it's like a couple of years later, they're not only able to stay in business, but they open up another branch.
Mm-hmm.
It just spreads like wildfire.
I had a pretty funny conversation with my wife. Actually, we ate at Schlotzky's on Friday, and they were like an Austin original, and it had the whole little write up about how it's been in Austin since like the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Wait a minute, Schlotzky's is a Austin restaurant?" And I was like, "Yeah, you didn't know that?" And she's like, "Why would we have those in Oregon?" And I was like, "Well, it's a chain. That's how that works." And she's like, it just threw her for a loop. She's like, I guess. She seemed totally befuddled.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
What do you think will be the next Austin chain that could potentially get to that level?
Maybe Texadelphia?
Maybe
Probably
Texas.
Freebirds.
Well,
Well, Freebirds is in Austin.
I wouldn't
but-
call it, Freebirds.
I don't know
Alamo.
if Freebirds-
Alamo.
Alamo,
Good.
definitely.
I could see
Rudy's-
like P. Terry's really
Terry's
expanding.
good, yeah.
Pete,
Yeah.
Pete Terry's has 3 or 4 restaurants now.
Although
Rudy's has a couple.
P. Terry's is really just a response to the fact that In-N-Out doesn't make franchises in Texas,
And now they do.
and now they do.
Oh,
Yeah,
do they?
is the Dallas one open
Dallas
yet?
one is opening.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll be
wow.
open this week.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
We're taking a road trip.
No, Flash is taking a road trip though.
You know, we ate at In-N-Out about 2 weeks ago. We were in LA, and it wasn't that good. We had an off day at In-N-Out.
Oh,
You and I.
You can buy the
you when we
LAX
met Jay or
airport
Dan,
one?
Yeah.
the guy who makes the Drunk Tank animated adventure.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that why you're
Also-
mad at him?
No. What?
Are you mad at me because of the bad experience at In-N-Out?
No, I was
We
just,
can
you
work
know,
through this.
I listen.
I can fix this.
Are you receptive to counseling?
No, I'm not.
Couples counseling?
I'm not. You ever been to counseling of any kind?
I have.
I have too. And I don't like that.
That's a long story.
I feel like
This is my counseling.
yeah, no kidding, right? No, I feel like in the counseling, you're good in like any couples counseling, which is a good idea. You should go with your wife. Yeah, but it's like you just kind of like it just feels like complaining about the other person to someone else in the room. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what people get out of that.
It's also, at least in my experience, you find out that one person in the asshole is a complete or one person in the relationship is a complete and total asshole, and the counselor figures that out immediately and latches onto that, and then you have this conversation where like we really need counseling, and then you have the counseling, and then the other person in the relationship goes, "We're never doing that again. That was stupid."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
First wife, not second.
I had that thing too
Not
because
current.
we did it twice because we knew other people who had been married about as long as we were and were having problems and were going to counseling, and so we thought it might be a good idea if we did it to see if as a a checkup
Preemptive
kind of.
measure.
Yeah, and then we went through one of them. We thought that was kind of dumb. Let's go to a second one. We went to the second one and said, No, this is we both agreed it was stupid.
Turns out we're happy.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Kenneth Branagh's last movie that he directed was Sleuth in 2007.
I don't even remember that movie.
Michael Caine and Jude Law. He also directed The Magic Flute, which might be a porn title. I'm not sure exactly.
I'd stay away from that just based on title.
So your experience then with going to therapy was a good experience, bad experience?
It was an affirmation for me.
Yeah,
An affirmation.
you won.
Yeah, I won the shit out of that.
You won therapy,
And then we needed therapy desperately, and then we had therapy, and then suddenly we didn't need therapy anymore because the therapist was a jerk.
Oh, yeah? Is that what happened? You might want to
So
clarify.
I guess
this is not with...
This is not with Griffin.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
wanna
guess
clarify
if you
that.
get pointed out as the asshole, most likely you're the one saying that the therapist is a jerk.
Yeah.
It is bad when the therapist, the professional in the room, sides with one person.
Yeah.
That's not something you want.
That was kind of hot.
Unless you're the one-sided
Either
one.
way, because as a guy, you don't want to win an argument either. You just want the argument to go away.
Right.
Winning an argument is, I find, not to your benefit.
No.
I mean, no.
There are long-term effects to winning an argument too.
Yeah.
Right. It'll affect you for the next 2 or 3 years potentially.
That's definitely an age thing, too, though. I remember 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Why do you remember them? Because they were like yesterday for you? You fucking shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, everything before the last long-term relationship I had, it was, I'm going to win this as much as, I'm going to prove her wrong as much as I possibly can. And then those relationships didn't go very well.
How's your current relationship going?
Do we have any crickets? Bernie, do you have that little soundboard that you love so much?
Oh, yeah, whatever happened to that soundboard? I think I might have crickets on that damn
I don't know.
thing.
It
But
was
also,
gimmicky.
I feel like once you get married, you definitely change your view
tune.
on the winning an argument as well.
No kidding.
So we...
How has your opinions changed since being married? Like how?
Bernie's right. Just make the argument go away.
Yeah.
Because there's no winning, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's like figure out a way to invent a time machine not to say whatever it was, you know?
Right.
That's the best thing you can do in America.
But you have to go through a certain level of pain, you know? You can't just dismiss it. That's even worse.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, this isn't an issue. It is an issue, and we have to talk about it.
You
And
don't
we have
wanna-
to talk about it the appropriate amount.
You don't want to win. You don't want to belittle the issue. And you also honestly don't want to lose.
Yeah.
So you
It's-
got to
it's-
figure out a
it's
way
a-
to
it's a balance.
stalemate, but really lose at the same time.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
On that note, we got to take a quick break.
What
So,
is this? What is this one about?
This is a new Drunk Tank animated adventure about some
pain of
idiots-
marriage.
Some idiots at Double Dave's, which is a much more enjoyable topic.
That's where we're going for lunch today.
Yay.
We got to talk about what happened to us at fucking Double Dave's last week. There was a man and a woman in front of us in line. I had no initial idea that they were going to turn out to be the two most retarded people on the planet. The lady's like, we heard about this thing. It's called a Stromboli. Is that something that you guys sell? And the lady's like, yeah, we have some Strombolis. And she's like, what is that? And she's trying to explain it to her. And she's like, I just don't understand. And the guy's like, yeah, is it like a calzone? And what's a calzone? And she's going through this explanation. And the people are just like, I just don't get it. I don't know. Is it good? Can we see it? And the lady's like, I guess. So she walks them over to the buffet and is like pointing out Strombolis.
Yeah, that's a Stromboli. There's a calzone.
And the people just look fucking befuddled. Like their entire world got turned upside down because somebody mentioned the word Stromboli to them. So then they walk away and I'm like, thank fucking Christ. We get our pizza and we walk over to the soda machine and they have this newfangled soda machine.
That's a touch screen.
Couldn't be simpler. My 5-year-old could do it. They stopped at that soda machine. I saw Jaws hit the ground. They looked scared and they're like scratching their heads and they're like, what is this? I don't understand. Where do I put the cup? And they're really confused. And then I turned around and I'm talking to Gus and Griffin. And when we turned back around, they were just walking out the front door. They had to leave and go to therapy. I will say, it's gotta be awesome to be that stupid because every time you leave your house, it's a whole new world. A soda machine, this is gonna occupy me for the next 6 hours. This is fantastic. And I'm fucking retarded, so I'm gonna forget about it tonight and then tomorrow it's gonna be a whole new adventure again.
All right, welcome back.
Sorry, I probably looked bored. I was like looking down and yawning at the same time.
Hey, Gus, you have a gas grill, right?
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question.
axe away.
Ask him.
There's no way to know ahead of time that you're running out of gas, is there?
I've seen tanks that have a meter on them
Yeah.
indicating the level. The one I have, you cannot.
Because I just get the one from the gas station and they don't
Yeah.
have anything. Because I found out when I was grilling Sunday in the middle of my grilling when I ran out of gas.
Get
I had to
your
like run to the grocery store
Get
to
your
get.
tanks.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. Some of the grills, if you look inside, it might have a thing on which you hang the gas tank.
Okay.
And then it indicates the level. like as it weighs less. It's like a spring-load
Oh,
scale. It's
oh,
scale.
really?
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. That
Yeah,
makes
it's
sense.
spring-load
Yeah.
scale. So that might exist inside your barbecue grill.
I'll have to look for that.
Or you can do what I do, which is are you ready to be envious?
Do
Are you
it.
ready? At my house, even though you like to make fun of suburbia, jackass.
I don't make fun of what? Don't.
My house, my grill outside runs off of my natural gas in my house, so I never have to fuck with that
That's
ever.
nice.
Ever.
Does it also have an Ethernet connection?
No,
This
because I'm off the grid when I'm doing that stuff.
That's actually, this is a good time because we're going through the process of putting a second floor on our house.
Yeah.
And we're at that phase where it's like it's going to cost X amount of money, or X plus X plus X. Oh, and you want
No.
to do this? Another X. So we can just add another X in. To
I'm
get
so
the-
glad you guys are doing this. It's going to create
This is gonna
so
make
much
so
material.
much-
Yeah.
You're going to be so
This is-
fucking miserable
this
for a
is,
year.
It's going to take. I
probably
will
gonna-
be in this process for a minimum of 6 months, a maximum of a year.
So it means
let's
it'll be
say a year and a half.
18 months.
So a good
Mark
2
this.
years.
He said maximum of a year.
What is this?
Maximum.
May 9th?
We're in the design phase right now. With the architect.
Maximum of a year.
So we'll have a Cinco de Mayo party at your new place.
Let's
next
hope so.
year.
So the design phase takes 3 to 6 months, and then the build phase takes 3 to 6 months. So I'm told. So
right. Are those 3 to 6 months? Are they in a row? Or are they like
No.
3 to 6 months when they work over the
Yeah.
period of 2 to 6 years?
Are you gonna have a housewarming party like Gus did and didn't invite me and didn't tell me about?
I never went to a housewarming party at Gus's.
never had
Gus
no,
had a
no,
housewarming
no,
party?
No, I'm convinced he did. You guys just didn't tell me.
No, you're
I-
convinced that Gus had a nice,
I-
cordial
I-
social event at his house?
I'm
You
still
don't
Gus.
know me.
I'm still waiting for Jason's housewarming event. He bought his house 6 years ago. I've still never been there.
Have I had a housewarming party at my house?
No.
You
No,
did
I mean,
one.
We've had party at our houses.
Gus is at a party before, right? Before I
Well,
started
Gus has
working
had
here.
one party at his old house.
Yeah.
I had never set foot in Gus's house until we filmed that immersion at 4 in the morning at his place. I literally had never been in his place before. It's awesome, by the way.
Thank
You
you.
have a great house.
Great place.
My wife's work.
Yeah, I even like that shitty dog. I don't like little shitty dogs, and I like your little shitty
I
dog.
normally don't like little dogs. Awesome. I don't normally don't like little dogs either, but that dog's awesome.
He's good.
Yeah,
He's a
that
good
is
dog.
cool. That dog is very
Little
cool.
Benjamin Linus.
He's one
good
of those
dog.
Was it Shih Tzu?
You
Look
all-
at you with a fucking Shih Tzu.
What happened to the other dog?
He didn't get along with this dog, so we gave him to my sister-in-law.
All you guys go through dogs. Like I can't.
It's like a dog sharing
It's like-
program.
Yeah, I mean, there's just I can't even
You
keep
just
up with the amount of
cycle
dogs that
through
all
them.
you guys go through.
There's a Korean joke in here somewhere. I'm not sure what it is exactly. But I
Speaking
know
of
that one
dogs,
exists.
my dog is now 75 pounds, and she's 5 months old.
How's the house training on your dog going?
It's okay. It's better. It's not great.
Yeah?
I still cleaned up shit yesterday.
Who?
But-
I mean,
In your house?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's like she'll go to the door, but she won't tell you. She'll be quiet about it. And if you don't notice within 10 seconds, she's like, all right, fuck it. Plan B.
you drop the dog off at the dog daycare.
Doggy daycare every day.
Shouldn't they be the ones?
$18 a day.
Shouldn't they be the ones to be responsible for like teaching? Like,
They
isn't
thought
there
it-
some sort of something going on there where they have a program or?
Yeah, if I wanted to pay extra, I'm sure I could probably get something like that.
See, they got it all.
They cut her
figured out.
toenails the other
They
day.
got the. Oh,
Could-
see, there you go. Was that in the cost or was that more?
No, I had to pay for that.
Why don't you bring your dog here? I'm sure you could build a little holding area out back behind the studio.
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to bring my dog to work.
Why not? It should be outside.
Yeah, I don't know. She'd get hot. She's a big dog.
She could come inside.
She came here one time.
Oh wait, never mind.
And
You
she
said she shits
scratched the
inside.
door in the Achievement Hunter office.
She
like, these
did.
big like scratches where she scratched the door.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
one time she came over here, she growled at me the first time she met me, and Jeff made a joke. She doesn't like terrorists, and now Jack says that
Really?
every single he said it at Jeff's house a couple weeks ago, probably about 4 times. So thank you, Jeff.
Hey, anytime.
You know,
That's what I'm
I
here
like I like the photoshops on Facebook, like the day after, Osama bin Laden was taken out. Like they had one picture where it was just him with a bullet hole, and the
I
next
can't
day
believe-
they advanced it where it was like a little bit better, and the next day they advanced it some more.
Yeah, they ran that in a lot of newspapers.
What's a
I
little
can't
bit
believe
better?
people believe that, too.
Who?
There's I don't think they ran it in any newspapers in the States, but overseas it was
I
ran in
see.
a bunch.
Of course.
I was going to say, you made a journal about, speaking of Photoshop, you made a journal about how big your dog's going to get. You know that picture you posted is Photoshop,
It
right?
is,
Okay,
yeah. I
Just
know
making
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you know what? Those
the
mastiffs-
massive dog is
Yeah.
photoshopped.
Yeah.
Those mastiffs.
Oh,
I mean,
that
that's not
stinks.
That's not far off.
I didn't know
It's
that was
not.
Photoshopped.
No.
I totally believe that.
Yeah,
My dog will-
that's like double the size it'll be.
My dog will be like 160 pounds.
No, I
that
knew
dog
your
was like
dog was gonna be
300.
that big. I just thought
Yeah.
that dog existed.
Oh, yeah,
like
no.
there was
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be that surprising. I mean, mastiffs get pretty freaking big.
You ever seen that famous photo of the dog? It looks like a whippet, but it's got some genetic disorder where it doesn't ever stop growing muscle.
Oh yeah.
And it does.
Oh, is that a real?
Yeah, that's real.
That's real.
Yeah, it's like a dog that looks like the Hulk.
That poor dog.
It's fucking
You
crazy.
look
Looking
on
at bench
that- on Netflix with the steroid special, and they have that cow feeding the steroids, and it's just like this cow that's just like this bull. It's just like it's like a whole
cow. It's like
it's a cow bull. See, it's so many steroids. It doesn't even know what it is.
Yeah, it goes
It's
all the way
just
from cow to
sexual.
bull.
It started as a cow.
Where to begin? That's amazing.
You're awesome,
Wait a minute,
Joel.
he wasn't done talking. Don't let him finish his thought.
You've been posting some interesting pictures in your image gallery lately
Yeah, you've been on a
about
roll.
stuff I don't understand.
Oh God, yeah, it's
A lot of pie charts.
Turning-
I don't want to get into financial stuff.
No,
You're gonna get him on a tear.
I was trying to bait him into it.
He did post a very interesting thing in his journal, or somebody posted in your personal comments, which was a documentary about what is it? Is it the World Trade Center, or is it about like what's the
World Trade Organization.
the WTO, the World Trade
WTO.
Organization, where they do these protests with these anti-globalists, which I kind of get now. I used to thought they were wacky people, but now I kind of get it. And anyway, one of the dudes out there throwing rocks and getting hit with rubber bullets and tear gas and all that, he's a dude in a caboose hoodie.
What?
Yeah, he's wearing. Look, I'll show you here. He's wearing a caboose hoodie and he's chucking rocks at riot cops.
Didn't we get a Macaulay Culkin cameo with one of our shirts?
It's weird because you never think where the
That was the
shirts are
winner.
going to go or where they're going to end up.
Our caboose zip up hoodies have a 4 rating against double bullets or
Yeah,
rubber
that's
bullets.
probably why.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Holy
like
shit,
it's
yeah, look
almost
at that.
body armor. Let me see.
Yeah.
Screenshots of the dude like chucking rocks at cops. Him and his big -1 hoodie.
I wonder if it was an intentional choice to wear that. If caboose would be anti-globalization. If he's making some kind of statement.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Caboose would be like, there's a lot of people going this direction. I'm going to go that way too. Oh, look, rocks.
I always kind of secretly hope, like, anytime I watch a video on break.com, I always, like, secretly hope somebody's going to be wearing, like, a caboose shirt or a Sarge shirt, and then they're going to hit their face against something really hard.
While they break their arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. It's funny when, like, those shirts, when you see them out places, like, for years and years, I've been a Homestar Runner fan. It's like every time I see a Homestar Runner shirt out in the wild, it always makes me smile when I see it. And it's crazy. For as much as I know how many shirts have been sold, you know, it's just like you think you'd see them even more.
Yeah, I saw one time, like a little 4-year-old girl at Home Depot wearing a girl caboose shirt.
Really?
It was really weird to
That's
me.
a rare shirt.
Yeah. We haven't sold that shirt in years.
Yeah.
And then, like, I only assumed that somebody gave it. I don't know how it ended up. She didn't look like a caboose fan. She was
You don't
like,
know.
yeah, maybe, I don't know. Just looked like a shirt to her.
It's still weird to me if we go to conventions and seeing people wear our shirts. It's like pretty cool.
Well, they buy them the first day and then wear them the second day. So
That's right.
it's one place where I'm kind of used to
That's why you go
seeing
to,
them more than other places.
That's why you don't pack when you go to events. You just plan on buying clothes for each day.
You ever had any weird experiences like that?
Like what?
Like just like with the branding stuff or anything? Take an example. My wife came out to her car at the mall, and she'd been shopping for like 2 or 3 hours probably. And there were these 3 kids camped out on her bumper with like Cokes and sandwiches, and they were just sitting because she had a Red versus Blue, one of our vinyl stickers that we never sold or did anything with. Remember those ones?
Yeah.
She had it on her rear window. And so they were like, they wanted to hang out and meet whoever was the other Red versus Blue fan.
That's funny.
As they helped her load up her packages and all this.
You know, there's another weird one like that. When you and I went skiing on that mountain in Australia,
Oh, yeah.
and we were on the ski lift, and the guys behind us were talking about Red versus Blue, and they didn't know. They were like, "Did you hear Red versus Blue is in Australia right now?" And the guy was like, "Really? That's
Yeah,
weird."
I forgot about
And the guy was
that.
like, "Yeah, I just heard an interview radio with him. It was really bizarre." And the guy was like, "Wow, that's crazy. Are you gonna go see him?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, me either." And we were like sitting right in front of him, dangling for like 15 minutes.
I fell when we got off that lift. I don't even remember I ate shit trying to stand up.
I learned something about you. You will never be a skier.
Mm-mm.
No matter
I
how
couldn't
much
stop.
you try, you couldn't. No matter how much training you do, you're never going to be able to
Where'd you
ski.
guys go skiing?
What was it called? Mount Burrell?
Well,
Mount
why?
Burrell?
Were you guys for, what was it part of?
Well, we were in Australia and it was winter there.
Oh, Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was just
okay.
something we did for fun. Went out for the
And,
weekend.
yeah, I could go, but then I couldn't stop.
You could not stop.
So my stop strategy was to fall down,
Uh-huh.
which
Yeah.
doesn't work when you go fast. So
Yeah.
You got a kiddo. Do you feel compelled to like teach her certain things that you didn't learn?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
I want to learn how to ski. We're actually talking about going to. What's a good place to go skiing?
You could go to New Mexico somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like for Christmas, we were thinking about spending Christmas like at a ski lodge,
Colorado.
like Vail or Aspen or one of those places, right?
It's a great idea.
I don't know where that cool place is. If anybody in the podcast can recommend an awesome place for us to spend our Christmas skiing, that'd be cool.
You can spend a lot of money with that hobby.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's very limited real estate and very limited window of time in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can...
This would be
Why don't you teach her to snowboard instead?
This would be a one-time thing.
That's the same fucking
That's the
thing.
same thing.
It's the same place.
I don't.
I know it's the same place, but I'm just asking. Why not
I don't see it.
snowboard
I don't see
instead
it
of skiing?
becoming like a thing we do. Like, oh, is it? We haven't skied in 3 months. We better get on the slopes. That's never gonna happen.
I don't think it works that way. I don't think you can say 3 months.
Yeah, I
You
thought it
know?
would just be fun to do, like just one time this year.
No,
Like you never
I
go
agree.
anywhere for yourselves. Like you always go to visit family for holidays, or you stay at home. But you never take like a just for us vacation at Christmas.
You don't?
I've never done that before.
We're getting better about that.
Are you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We went to like Disney World. We stayed at this like hotel where they had giraffes walking around on this savannah thing outside. That's pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
I never got to do anything like that when I was a kid. You know, we had like giraffe print bed sheets. That was about as close as we got.
Gus and I,
As exotic as it got.
man. Speaking of, here we go again. Gus and I on that same trip to Australia, we saw a giraffe trample a. What was that?
They called it a possum, but it's not a possum like
Like
we
an
think of it here
American
in the
possum.
States. Yeah, it trampled it and then ate it.
And like there was just like all these people standing around. We're at the zoo, and there's all these people standing around looking at the giraffe. And the giraffe sees something like scurrying around, about the size of a possum, and he starts trying to step on it with giraffe feet.
Badass.
Yeah, and then it was getting like aggressive, and then another giraffe tried to get in, and then eventually they caught it.
They
and then the giraffe
kind of half kicked it and it
Yeah.
got stunned.
and then the giraffe had to like back up to make neck room, and then just like went down and yoinked it and just started like gnawing on it. And
then
people were like
the best part is
screaming.
there were people all around the pen, like little kids, like someone call the zookeeper,
Call the
someone say
zookeeper.
it. And then like
Kill
the
it.
giraffe like goes down
ate, like,
and
trees
yeah,
and
and
stuff.
then the giraffe grabs it in its mouth, and everyone just starts crying and
It was like a
screaming,
blood frenzy. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there were like you said, like 4 giraffes came.
Yeah.
Once they saw it was stunned and it was out in the open, they like
strategy, like
they like conveyed on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I always thought giraffes were herbivores as well, but I guess why not?
They ate the shit out of that thing, dude.
Really?
It was
anything from fucking
brutal.
Africa, man. It's just like fucking any creature is just like, I don't know.
Do you think you could? I have the opinion. I don't think any animal. I can beat any animal. Like I'm talking even like a shark. I could beat a shark.
In the water?
Shark's tough because I'm in its environment. Lion, tiger doesn't scare me at all. I can fucking take a lion or a
You
tiger.
With no weapons?
Destroy you.
Nope, I can take it.
How would
Are
you,
we
how
gonna
would
go
you
back
take
to
it?
this?
Dogs, I'm not scared.
No,
of
no.
at
How
all.
would you take a tiger out?
Let's hear
Tiger
it.
will fucking destroy you.
Technology.
Technology. I got mind powers. I'm smarter than tiger.
Yeah, you and a tiger in
Wait,
the jungle,
wait.
face to face.
No, fuck that.
See the
Tiger
video.
might get an arm. Tiger
how,
might get
how
an
many,
arm.
how many
White
internet
room.
videos are there of dudes in Africa like, hey, it's a lion, and the lion eats
That's
it?
one of the
There's
worst.
lots of
I don't
them.
even want to talk about
That
it.
was
That's
a horrible
That's one of the
video.
worst videos I've ever seen in my
What
life.
is it?
Have you
The
not
dude
seen
who
this?
gets out of his car in the safari to take a picture of the lion, and the lion walks up behind him and just puts his hand on him.
You know, I've heard that's fake.
Really?
There are
You know
guys
what-
that
one from this.
You know what's not fake that's great from that era is
That's
that
horrible,
one
though.
of the dude that's re-releasing the cheetah back into the wild, and he goes and he lets it out of the cage and runs back in the driver's seat, and the cheetah is on him so fast he can't get the window rolled up, and it's like halfway in, like clawing him, and he's trying to push it out. That's
a
an
great.
awesome
That's a
video.
great one.
there were guys that were actually shooting at tigers, and they just kept missing. And one of them ran up and attacked one of the guys, and it was
No,
just
it's
one of
a
those
lion
things.
hunt, yeah.
Lion hunt. It was just
Yeah, get
totally
the last
deserved
shot
it.
off, right?
Like at no point do you ever feel sorry for the guy.
No.
I feel like we
Yes.
talked about that like in the second podcast.
Yeah, we also talked about the one where the guys are on the elephants and the tiger's in the grass,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you can't
yeah,
see
and
it,
it
and it
leaps
just
out.
like leaps out.
It's like, how does anything
You
in
can't
nature
fight
have
that.
a chance against it?
That's a little tough.
You know the video we're talking about.
That's a little tough.
Here-
I couldn't fight an elephant, but I get away from an elephant.
All right, how about this?
Elephants
You're
are
in-
fast.
You're in this room. We take
dumb.
all the furniture out of this room. It's just you and a tiger. You're right there. The tiger's right there.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you going to survive more than 2 minutes?
I'd choke
No,
it
no,
out.
more than 30 seconds.
You choke it out. You're going to claw its eyes out while it's
I
ripped
watch
out your
you-
While
you-
you're
jugular?
you
choking
always-
it out,
you
it's
always
got those
hear
back
that.
legs. You ever see it like a house cat? You ever get a house cat on your arm and
Yeah.
it's like uses those back legs? Imagine if those are like 6-inch long razors on your
fine.
stomach.
That's just like training. You train with the house cats. And
And they
You have a
always,
tiger on your arm.
they always tell you that strategy. If you're not supposed to run, you're supposed to like intimidate the tiger. Like, at what point do you make that decision where, well, the tiger's not buying it?
I would-
You know what I mean? It's
He
like,
knows I'm full of
it's
shit.
almost like worst advice in the world. We'll just stand your ground. So
I got
we
no
can-
fear of it. Yeah. Are you scared of a dog? Like one dog? Or do you think one dog could kill you? One dog?
No.
Yeah. See, I don't either.
I'll fuck a dog up.
I think
Yeah.
a dog.
Well,
I think
You know what else will
depends
fuck
on
a
the
dog
dog.
up?
I mean,
A
come on.
tiger.
It depends on the dog.
If the dog has titanium teeth and body armor,
If your
maybe.
dog went rabid and wanted to kill you, it's over.
Those German.
Ellie?
That
Maybe at 160, not right
absolutely.
Not even
you know the
160.
video of the little house cat crawling up the guy like he's a tree or
Oh,
whatever?
Pinky the
now.
cat.
Oh, Pinky the
Little house
cat.
cat.
Dude, I'll tell you this. My dog is stronger than I am, and she's 75 pounds. I will say that. Like, if she does not want to go, like, if I'm trying to pull her, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but
It
you're
just doesn't
smart.
happen.
Like the dog has eyes. A shark has eyes. You can take the eyes out.
Yeah.
You know?
They're German shepherds that are trained to kill. Like,
What's that?
I mean, a normal dog maybe, or an aggressive dog maybe, but there's certain breeds that are trained to kill, to murder.
I don't know how you.
No,
Yeah, like I'm not gonna fight that
Like
Navy
if it's-
SEAL
like-
dog they talked
Yeah.
about the other day.
If a
you know,
German Shepherd is
What do you think a
on
dog's
you,
name
like
is?
what?
killer.
I can take it on a dog.
If
I'd rather fight any dog than a person.
if you charge it and you just knock it out initially, you could probably be okay. But if it gets at you once and it starts gnawing you, you're dead.
That's not true. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Gnaw on my arm and not kill me.
A dog's a little different because a dog has one point of attack, just the mouth. So you can deflect the mouth away from
Unless
you.
he has a
There you
knife.
go.
But a cat is different because cats can attack you with their feet too. You got 4 paws and a mouth.
But they're nimble and they'll take you down
What are nimble?
first.
Dogs are nimble?
Yeah.
Dogs aren't nimble.
Their neck.
Dogs are full of shit.
It's not like they're gonna just go after you just straight. Like they can turn their neck and just get at you every
You think
single
they're
way.
gonna have
Well,
dog
clearly
strategy?
This should be an
Yeah,
immersion.
no, trust me. Like, my cousin was shot like 4 or 5 years ago, and they got this German trained dog, and they had videos of it before they got it, and it's gonna kill you if they
Can I
give
ask you
that
a question?
"Hi-ya" or whatever German, it's gonna kill you.
Was that German?
That
by the
was
way?
my German.
Can I ask you a question?
This-
What does your cousin being shot have to do with him getting a kill dog?
Well, yeah, that story makes no sense.
How's it?
I don't
Here's what I'm
understand.
envisioning. He was shot and then somebody attacked him with a dog.
Yeah.
No. They got a dog. It's just one of those things. Like psychologically,
What?
if you're shot,
Who got the dog?
So they were like,
his family.
The
My
story I
cousin's
have in my
family.
head
You've
is
been
that-
Did his
shot.
family shoot him?
You've been shot, so we're gonna get a dog to protect you? Is like that kind of thing?
Did
Psychologically,
he wear the dog
it's-
as a vest in front of him?
The
to take
dog-
the bullet.
The dog had a revolver.
Did the dog?
Afterward.
Yeah. Could the dog shoot back?
no. But if somebody came at him,
Where
the
was
dog
he,
would
Where
fuck him
was
up.
he shot? Where?
Outside a restaurant.
In the
Where
dog.
he worked?
Yeah.
Did he take the killer dog to work with them? I mean, did he go everywhere with them?
Look, man, when people are attacked,
You can't take a
it
dog to
messes
a
them up.
restaurant.
What's
It's hard to, it's
Is
hard
the
to
dog-
fall asleep at night.
Is the dog like sitting outside the back door waiting for him to open it up to like empty out the grease trap just in case somebody's in the
Okay,
house?
Jeff, you were robbed.
I was
Getting
twice.
getting that dog, it didn't make you feel better.
No, I got.
okay.
That's why I got the dog.
Okay. Now,
But I'm not- but
imagine
I-
you were shot.
Then if I was shot, I'd buy a gun. Or
I'd
I'd
buy
buy
a vest.
a vest and a fucking private army. I'm like, I don't have any aspersions that the dog is gonna stop bullets for me.
Jeff, I'm having trouble sleeping at night. I'm thinking about getting a killer animal and putting it in my house with me. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great idea. Get a big tank and put a killer whale in there.
Maybe a shark.
That sucks. So he was shot, huh? Did he explain to you how it felt to be shot?
It's one of those things that
Where
you
was he
don't
shot?
ask about.
Where
He
was-
shot
Why
in
not?
like the
I'd ask
liver.
the shit out of it.
Where was he shot?
In the liver?
Oh,
He was shot in the liver?
Yeah.
That's what
And
killed
he- and he-
Giovanni Ribisi.
It's messed
Is
up.
he
And
Saving Private Ryan? Not in real life. Not in real life.
life isn't like Beverly Hills Cop. You don't just come back from a bullet wound. You're out for like a year.
No,
It
I
fucks
believe
you
that.
up.
I totally agree.
Fucks you up.
Beverly Hills Cop.
I have no idea.
Wait.
Remember at the end? Who is it? He gets shot, and then they're like, they have like a little press conference, and he just has like a sling on his arm.
So
and
life-
he's like, I'm okay.
You're saying life is nothing like Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop is a good example of a Hollywood film that just treats bullet wounds like any
I
old
would say
thing.
it's an example. I don't know if I call it a good example, Brandon.
What's a good example?
What's a movie where a guy got shot? Oh, Beverly Hills
Superman.
Cop.
Superman. You talking about somebody getting shot and being okay from that?
No,
Superman.
not like not
Schwarzenegger.
hurt at all, but like you get shot and then you're mostly okay
You're
afterward.
gonna
You're
name
just
any
recovering.
action movie, but you chose Beverly Hills Cop. You chose like a 25-year-old movie.
That movie came out in
Comedy.
1980.
You have to pick a movie. You have to pick one thing.
Like, pick an action movie.
Why not 48 Hours? He shoots a dude in the toe.
Does this guy come back okay?
Yeah, he comes back. He's fine.
Who is he? Giovanni Ribisi? So you didn't ask him. You really didn't ask. You didn't ask your cousin. Cousin?
Yeah.
What
Oh
it
no,
felt
dude,
like to be
that's
shot?
a fucked up experience, man. You
Yeah.
don't mess with
I
that.
would-
See,
Like
that's
I'm
our
saying,
problem,
like
Jeff,
Yeah.
is that we don't have. We would ask.
Oh my God, are you
Yeah.
kidding? Here's the conversation. Did you just get shot?
Yeah. What's that?
What the fuck was that like? Did it hurt?
Can I see the hole?
Do you remember it? Can I see the hole? Yeah, like that's how it goes.
no, dude.
Or
no,
is he in the
it's-
hospital? Like, he'd be in the hospital. I'll be like, wow, dude, are you gonna make it? Cool. Can you make it long enough to tell me what the fuck that's like?
Yeah, it's like if
You're
you
the
lived.
only person I know who's been shot. I need to know what that's like.
Yeah, I mean,
I imagine their answer would probably be like, "Wow, it really sucks, and it hurts."
it hurts. It burns. a
How
little
does
bit.
it hurt?
Ow.
Is it like
Ow.
getting punched? Is it like getting stabbed? I want to know. Without finding out on my own.
With a, yeah, you
What's
want,
the
you want
worst-
to get a first-hand account.
It was
of
a crazy story. It was a shootout.
What's
It's
the
not
worst
like he
injury?
just got attacked. He had a
in a
gun too.
shootout?
Yeah.
He had a gun too?
Yeah, he's licensed.
what?
I mean,
What was he?
What is he in the mafia?
no, he's just closing up the restaurant, and two guys were waiting for him, and he had a
Fuck.
gun, and he told his friend, he just yelled out "drop," and then he pulled his gun, and they just started shooting at one another.
Shit.
Did
about
he
like
shoot?
20, I think about 20 shots fired.
Did he get them?
Yeah, he did. He got one in a guy in the skull.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you ask that guy what that felt like?
did it take him a year to bounce back?
But I mean, like he thought he was fine. He got in the car, and it wasn't until like he actually settled down, the adrenaline rested, that he realized I was shot.
No shit.
Yeah.
So he bled all over his
So you
car.
did ask him.
No. I heard.
What kind of car did he have? Was it like
It's probably a truck.
really?
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
What kind of
dude.
restaurant was it?
Seafood.
Dude, stay away from seafood
What's the
restaurants.
worst injury you had? Have you ever broken a bone even?
No, I've never broken a bone.
You've never broken a bone, really?
No.
Nothing?
Well, surgically, I had my jaw surgery, but
Yeah.
I've never fallen and broken something and been like, ooh.
Stitches?
Yeah, I split my forehead open once.
I've done that too, yeah.
and my chin, but nothing like. Nothing
What's
major.
worse for you? Anything bad?
More than I can mention. I mean,
Broken bones?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Broken growth plates, and I've broken all of my. I mean, you can't break a toe, I guess they say, but you can fracture a toe. I fractured all
That
of
doesn't
my
count.
toes.
That doesn't count.
Even
What?
my knee.
You broke
Break
your
a toe?
Yeah, but you walk on that. You pivot. I bet that's super painful.
you broke your leg in a dumbass way.
I did. But I almost killed myself though. And
Yeah.
I ended up only breaking my leg.
What'd you do?
I'm that guy who jumped in the water and
Oh, yeah,
landed
that-
on a pipe that was 4 inches below the water. If I dove in, I'd probably be paralyzed. I lost a pretty cute girlfriend over that too.
Have you seen
Why?
the worst online
Did she go with the
video?
guy who could walk?
Yeah, she was like, fuck this, man. She went with the guy who checked the depth of the water first. No, I had a girlfriend like my last 2 weeks in high school. She was really cute, really cute girl. And she went to a church lock-in. There were all these things at the end of high school to celebrate that.
Sure.
And when she went to a church lock-in, I went to a party, and we jumped in this man-made lake by this. It was some girl's house. She had a really nice house, and she lived by a man-made lake. I jumped in and broke my leg on this pole. The rumor, though, that went around was that I broke my leg falling into the hot tub, which was actually a way cooler rumor.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that our relationship didn't last very long after I broke my leg.
She didn't believe you.
I don't know that. I don't know if it was that. It was just like, we had just started dating.
Yeah,
and it's like,
she's at a
that
church
age,
lock-in, and you're like stumbling into hot tubs.
Drunk and jumping in the
and-
lake,
yeah.
yeah. So I think it might have been more of one of those things of just like...
Different values.
Well, it was. It's like, we just started dating at the end of high school. It's like, I'm not in for this, like, cast thing.
Yeah, now I
6
have
weeks
to-
is a long period when you're at that age, so... I was out the door pretty quickly after that.
You got the boot. All right. Well, we should probably wrap this show up.
Okay.
But
It just started.
I feel like we just started. Time flies.
Because you fucking left. That's why you feel like we just
I'm
started.
sorry I had to do work.
All right.
Oh, come on. Wait, what is this? What are you doing now?
This?
This chuckle time?
This is drinking beer and hanging out.
All right. Well, thanks for watching our Drink a Beer and Hangout time.
Bye, everybody.